And no, you didn't miss anything. Yes, that door at the very end took us right to the Catacombs of Carthus.
Uh-huh. That's,
If for some reason this is your first experience with Dark Souls 3, 1, hi, welcome. 2, Catacombs of Carthus is a mid-game area. There are the 4 Lords of Cinder we need to return to their throne. You cannot get here until you've dealt with the first one.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've skipped over, like, at least 2 entire zones with that.
Yol of Londor that we met in the last video dies the second you set foot in here.
Mm-hmm.
We have no business being here. So this is going to be a bit of a slow video.
Just gonna sneak around here. As you tend to do when it's catacombs.
Yep. Thankfully the skeletons stay down for the most part. Oh shit.
That was almost very bad.
I was actually going down and stepped back just before I fell. Gonna make it?
Barely. Nice.
We are going to need that Twinkling Titanite too, because 2 of the weapons we're going to be using in this run used upgrade with Twinkling Titanite.
Okay, fair enough.
Thankfully, they're both extremely far apart in the game, so by the time we reach both, we can just fully upgrade straight away.
Very nice. So yeah, welcome to the Bone Zone. Enjoy your stay.
He didn't enjoy his stay. That happens reliably too. For whatever reason, if you shoot him from above, he will just fall all over himself to run right off the edge.
Enemy pathing is a thing.
If there's one place in the game they're going to fall off, it'd be here.
Hmm. It is interesting. Hi, Indiana Jones. It is interesting to see enemies with differences in their AI. So you can see the enemy that's programmed to be dumb, so to speak.
I think it was when I was coming back after this video, because there's something I left here at the end of this video.
Mm-hmm.
I was shooting that skeleton wizard. Mm-hmm. And I must have shot him in such a way that his AI bugged out because he ran out in front of the damn skeleton ball and just got run over by his own creation. Speaking of which...
Bye.
Nice.
Very nice.
And in case you missed it, the bonfire that's usually back behind those bars is not there anymore. This is one of the big changes that Cinders makes. There is no bonfire in the middle of the Catacombs of Carthus.
Hmm. So a bit more
Next checkpoint we get is... I'm sorry?
I was just going to say that makes it a fair bit more of an endurance run then.
Yeah, the next checkpoint we get is in the boss room.
Fun.
But on the upside, you get that checkpoint before you kill the boss. So when you fail at the boss, because it's fucking Wolnir, you're gonna fail.
Yep.
You can just respawn and grab your soul straight away.
Fuck that guy.
Wolnir is not fun with a crossbow build.
It's not fun with any build, let's be honest.
True. Shoot that bone wheel.
Good old bone wheels. Memories.
Now, see that that glowy right across the way is what we came all the way down here for.
Okay.
but it's a very long way away from here.
Yeah.
Right now there's a guy walking back and forth over there. I'm trying to shoot him from a distance, but he's shy. Because every time I shoot his ass, he runs into a hole over there.
As he's smacking it in an illusory wall there, I think.
He is.
I vaguely remember how this works. Ooh.
By the way, that's not a guaranteed chunk. That's just a random fucking chunk that dropped.
You got two of them as well. That's definitely a nice find.
And I don't want to give too much of this video away, but we're going to die before we reach our goal. When I come back through and what I cut out, another 2 drops there.
Cha-ching.
Like I said, those aren't guaranteed chunks. That's just randomly happening.
Well, not
Pretty
mine.
lucky. Oh yeah. Normally the first guaranteed chunks you get aren't until Consume King's Garden, I think.
Goddamn jars full of souls.
Yeah, that stupid seeking curse magic or whatever.
Carthus Milk Ring. Is this the good one? I don't remember.
Yeah, it increases your evasion stat by 1, but I think you use more stamina while evading.
Okay. I remember there was a ring in base Dark Souls 3 that was, you have a much longer period of invulnerability frames on your roll, but you take more damage in general.
That might be. There's a version of that as well, I think. Like, I think almost every ring from every iteration of every Dark Souls game is here.
Yeah, I think in base Dark Souls 3 it's like somewhere to your right now, but I'm not certain. Ooh, nice. He was just full of treasure.
Yeah, he was. A lot of these enemies are. My, item find stat isn't even very good. It's like 115.
I remember, isn't there something, no, it's not in this game, it's in Demon's Souls, where the item find stat works really strangely.
I wouldn't know.
It's something like...
I played Demon's Souls, but...
I think it's something like if you have a luck of exactly 8, it's really high, and then it drops again as soon as you get above that, and it doesn't get better than it is at 8 until you're at like 70 something.
I wonder if they kept that in Demon's Souls Remake.
It's something along those lines. It might be the way it interacts with a specific sword that boosts your item find rate.
That would probably make sense. I think in Cinders it's 1 luck is 1 item find, but there's items that specifically boost item find.
Nice, nice.
I have no mercy shooting these idiots. Nope.
Nothing wrong with it.
And this is where I got bored and just ran off. There's a bunch of rats down there.
Is there still a nasty friend down that one hallway down there?
Define nasty friend.
I seem to remember there's an invader in one of those.
There's a guy in full Havels that invades, and if you run down the wrong corridor down there.
Yeah. I seem to remember him.
Yeah, he's flattened my ass a bunch of times.
Abusing the traps to kill enemies.
I don't play Dark Souls for honor duels or whatever.
Gives me fucking Sen's Fortress flashbacks. I really do love this series, even though I've played this game the least out of the three.
I love 2. I used to hate this game, but with Cinders, I love this game. But I just am not a fan of number 1. I've beat it several times, it's just...
Oh.
By the way, we're not Embered, he just randomly showed up.
Uh-huh. You should
But
not
he's a
be.
bit outmatched.
I didn't think you would trigger this weirdo. 'Cause I thought you had to do something in the base game to get him to show up, or I'm thinking of someone else.
I don't remember, it's been too long since I played the base game.
I'll admit, I haven't played base Dark Souls 3 since I accidentally lost my fucking character saves.
Something you may not have noticed is he ran out of Estus trying to keep up with the damage I was putting out. Zero regrets. That is just 2.5% extra damage. Not much now, but it becomes pretty worthwhile later.
It's certainly nothing to sneeze at. Oh. That's interesting. I don't recall seeing a locked chest before.
Yeah, that's a Cinders update. It used to be that I don't think that chest was even there, but a version of Cinders added chests in every zone, I think, that require a key that's pretty well hidden elsewhere in the zone. Like, that chest you can't even get until you go down to or that key you can't get until you go down to Smoldering Lake.
I'm just I'm reminded of the keys in Terraria. Those fucking chests in the dungeon. Oh, bye.
It's my own fault for underestimating a bone wheel.
Yep, they will shred the crap out of you.
And as you can see, I'm just cutting out pretty much all of the run back.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in showing it when it's just the same crap over and over again.
Yep. Whole lot of rats in this room.
And they all deal toxic damage.
Yay! Everybody loves toxic damage, right?
And something even better, there's a bunch of, like, slugs or whatever on the ceiling above back there.
Oh.
If one drops on top of you, that is an instant toxic.
Oh.
And it ticks down a lot before you get free.
Oh, that's just rude.
Cinders giveth and Cinders taketh away.
It's certainly an interesting mod so far.
I have a lot of fun playing it.
More good
Even
than
without the stupid AK. That resonating crystal we can use to upgrade our thing that recovers FP for us.
Definitely a good find then.
But the better find's right here.
Rattling finger. Well, okay then.
A little late for Halloween, but it's pretty spooky nonetheless.
That's pretty good, actually. I approve.
And this is what we came all the way down here for. Those Grave Warden Ashes.
Okay. That's right.
They will let us buy sniper bolts.
That's right, I forgot you could give stuff to the NPCs to improve their selection.
Speaking of weird things for Cinders.
Oh. Yeah, time to that cash bowl. Jesus Christ.
Just sitting here randomly in the middle of the game. But you didn't find that until the very end of Dark Souls 1, right?
Yeah, unless it, like, I think it could drop randomly off of those enemies that didn't respawn.
I actually think there is an item that turns you into one of those enemies in this game.
That'd be impressive, given the size of them. But, alright. Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember what the tell is for this game. Oh. Mimic says no.
And then while I was dying, he just grabbed me.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna leave those souls there, that bloodstain there.
Yeah.
Losing 18,000 hurts, but it's not worth running back just for that.
Gracious. Passing fine at let this.
Spoilers, I'll screen, I'll run back just for that.
Ashen one.
Well, let's burn some soul items. Or actually sell them, because we can sell items at the bonfires. I think it just sells for what the item would normally give you.
That's definitely a lot quicker than fucking using all of them.
Then we have a bunch of souls. We can buy just enough sniper bolts.
Very nice.
They fly farther and they deal more damage. And I'll just leave the fire and exploding bolts for now. Exploding bolts are one of the most useful kind of bolts you can buy, but they're not critical for the start of the game.
I'm sure those will be fun once you get your hands on them.
Won't be too long, actually. Was that a
Backflip, yes.
backflip?
I think that...
Here I'm trying to recreate it.
Yeah, I think that's the effect of one of those rings you might have on. Where if you try and do the dodge backwards, you'll backflip.
Nice. That's just a training dummy NPC. He becomes aggressive if you shoot him enough, but you have to really wear his health down to do that. I mean, really wear his health down.
In which case, it's really your own fault.
Yeah. But the good news is, if you manage to kill him, you can actually get him as a companion.
Oh. Nifty. Remy the Rat. Okay.
The Rat Covenant isn't very useful. It sells those items that reduce like bleed buildup or curse buildup, and it's mostly for dueling. But you have to get your account soft banned in order to duel, so it's of marginal usefulness.
Yeah, not the greatest call.
And rip y'all. Bye. Here's Yuri instead.
This lady.
I'm still not sure. I'm not gonna just... I still haven't figured out how I'm going to do this quest line. There's two ways it can go.
My gratitude in his stead.
And honestly, fuck Uria and fuck extending the Age of Fire. That's getting into super endgame stuff.
Yeah, it always seems like the worst idea in the world to do that.
Speak the honourable, our lord and liege.
On the one hand, I've never gotten the Lord of Hollow's ending, which she does, but I just really don't feel like usurping the throne. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes. She's talking about someone we've never met.
Guides him at this moment. When the time is ripe, thou mayst make thy salutations. What lord taketh no spouse?
Yeah, that's a bit shady.
She just sells a dark hand.
Yeah, in case you weren't sure whether or not she was on the level.
On the one hand, you can be a dick wraith. On the other hand, hey, a dark hand.
Hmm.
Ooh, good.
Just kind of wandering around talking to NPCs.
Nice bit of wind down after your hell run.
These lords of Cinder, these...
The real run can start with the next video. We'll start making permanent progress.
cleric. Only he developed a habit of devouring men.
The game, I'm going to fully admit, is going to be a lot easier now that we have the sniper bolts, but you didn't come here to watch me fail at this if you're watching, if you stayed this long.
How does one develop an appetite for devouring men?
But for might, such as a...
Sorry?
You're talking about Aldrich getting an appetite for devouring men, and it's like, how do you start that?
I guess Aldrich was... I don't know.
Like,
It involves eating people at some point.
yeah, if you are a cleric, how did you get to the point of eating your first person?
transport sacrifices to the cathedral of the...
I guess the church is super corrupt.
Are they all?
You've the stones.
True?
At the foot of it, if...
And that'll be enough that for now, so see you guys later.
See you, folks.